This time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the President of School of Visual Arts, Mr. David Rhodes.
Members of the board, honored guests, faculty, administration, parents, families, and most of all, soon-to-be graduates, I'd like to welcome you to SVA's 44th formal commencement exercise held in the honor of the class of 2019. During the last 2 weeks at SVA, there have been open studios, end-of-year shows, thesis presentations and defenses, and industry reviews of the work of the class of 2019. By all accounts, the work looks wonderful. And more importantly, those examining the work agree. You have acquitted yourselves with distinction. It would appear that your futures as artists, teachers, and writers will be bright. Congratulations. The soon-to-be graduates in the audience today are from 36 states, Puerto Rico, and 49 different countries. You have made your mark at SVA. It is now time for you to make your mark in the larger world. But in addition to being artists, teachers, and writers, all of you are also citizens. In fact, you are citizens first, although many of us, most of the time, do not think of ourselves as citizens first. In the United States, at least until recently, most of us thought of ourselves as citizens once every 4 years, and many of us thought of that not at all. As citizens, it is our responsibility to look beyond the surface and expose the underlying truth through critical examination of the information presented to us daily, if not hourly. And as citizens, each generation has challenges specific to its time. Largely due to the actions of courageous and concerned citizens during the 1950s and 60s, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which ended segregation in public accommodations and banned employment discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, was signed into law by President Johnson, as was the Voting Rights Act of 1965, ending de jure voter disenfranchisement. However, today, gerrymandering, the manipulating of boundaries of electoral districts aided by enhanced computer technology, has become sophisticated enough to predetermine the outcome of elections. Equally sophisticated techniques have been used with almost surgical precision to suppress voter turnout, pushing the results of the elections in favor of those already in power. Taken together with the Supreme Court's decisions that have neutered the Voting Rights Act, such as Shelby v. Holder, the field has been further tilted in favor of the incumbent. At the same time that fair elections have become increasingly endangered, so too is the stability of the climate. The effects of carbon dioxide on the planet's temperature have been well established for more than a century. More carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, the temperature goes up. Less carbon dioxide, the temperature goes down. Or as Edward Teller, the nuclear physicist known colloquially as the father of the hydrogen bomb, told the American Petroleum Institute in 1958, it has been calculated that a temperature rise corresponding to a 10% increase in carbon dioxide will be sufficient to melt the ice cap and submerge New York. On May 6th of this year, the United Nations released its Global Assessment Report, 1,500-page document detailing the extinction risks which threaten ecosystems on which we all depend for survival. Nonetheless, the current administration has eliminated climate change as a national security threat. It has changed prudent and well-established environmental policies, relaxed regulations on polluted air laced with toxins such as mercury, and withdrawing the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement. These issues, maintaining and protecting voting rights, the integrity of political elections, and working to ensure the sustainability of the environment are some of the challenges of this time, your time. My hope for the class of 2019 is that as citizens and as artists, each of you will find your cause and your calling. Having found your calling, you will strive for excellence and create impactful works that are both beautiful and powerful. You have been equipped with an excellent set of tools. You will need to decide how best and wisely to use them well. And while you are making good works, remember to take joy in the work you love. Virtue is its own reward because of the pleasure we get from doing the right thing. It is our wish that you experience and savor that pleasure. You have done well so far. Now it is time to do better. Again, congratulations and thank you.